Hello everyone who is watching the first league race of this new league, what's called Vanguard Racing League. We are at Austria today for round 1 of the championship, and my name is Jane Kingwell and alongside me is Fletcher. Say hello. Fletcher. And how are you?
I'm very excited for today's race. It can be quite a difficult track to get right, especially going into turn 1. Don't want to get too much of the curve, but you could be facing the opposite direction. So hopefully we see some exciting racing on track today.
Yes indeed, and we are having a full lobby here today as the drivers are readying up. We're also gonna have a full qualifying session, like you know from the real Formula 1 with Q1, Q2 and Q3, and got a 50% race. And at Austria it will be quite exciting.
Yeah, Austria is one of my favourite tracks on the grid, and especially on this calendar as well. We've got in the championship. So I think it's a really good track to start with. You can test drivers very well. So I'm just really excited to see what happens today.
Yes, and it's now interesting to see what kind of weather we will have today.
Yes, most definitely. Whether the rain, maybe some rain affects the race going into the last 10 laps. Something exciting like that happens can really switch it around. It'll also be really interesting to see what tyres people are going to start with in Q1 and 2. Because obviously it's about getting to that Q3 and pushing for that the top slot on the grid.
Yes indeed, and we're now going to the qualifying session. Let's see whether we start, as all of us disconnected. Hopefully come back, and it's quite dark.
Yeah, it does look quite cloudy. Maybe some rain in Q3. Good run past here today.
Or maybe earlier. We would like to know what the weather will be for this weekend. If someone could let us know, we will appreciate it.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Be interesting to see if anyone does a lap on the softs. On the first 2 cars are coming out now.
I've got a weather update for this qualifying session. It says that rain at the end of Q1 and in Q2 heavy rain.
Oh, that can switch things up now. And if it's during the race or during up, it can give you a free tyre choice.
And our first man out in this qualifying session is Team Noordskant in the Racing Point.
And the Crommen in the Mercedes.
Yeah, the most of the drivers seem to run on the soft tire, and I see AOR Punch, who his real name is Adam, is going on to the hards.
Going into the hards, that could be an interesting one. Going into the obviously the rain, I would probably start on the soft, try and get a better lap in at the start.
Yes, and with a full qualifying and not having knowledge of how fast everyone is, you could better not risk it to go on the hard, but that's the choice of each driver, their strategy to take on this qualifying session.
Obviously it's Q1, you don't want to push your tyres too hard, you don't want to wear them out. So it's all about getting to Q3 at the moment. You want to take that pole position, set yourself up for a good short run into the first corner. So I'm seeing the first few drops of rain now on camera. The rain's coming.
Yes, good eyes, and there's also to see on the halo from the Crommen, where I'm now having on board now.
God, Oliver's gone into the mediums as well though.
Yes, on this out lap. I wonder how fast this rain will gonna drop when you need intermediate tires.
It will be interesting to see what times people can post on the softs in the rain, to be honest, whether they try and finish the lap or they'll come back to the pitch to change tyres. Because the rain's definitely becoming more consistent now.
Yes, and now the Grumman has gonna cut the turn 1, so his time will be invalidated. It would have been 1:06.7. And
Team No Chance has put the fastest.
oh, Adam and Ryan.
Ryan is a 105.7 on the soft. That's a very good lap time. Oh, he's been beaten by Mad G in the Haas with a 105.528.
Good lap time from him.
Senna put in a very good lap time too with a 105.56. So it's getting very close between the two drivers at the top. And Ryan, he's joining in on the party with only a tenth behind really.
There's been a yellow in sector 2, probably for drivers slowing down to let the faster drivers through.
What's interesting to me is that Topics has put a 107 pretty much flat on hards. So I'll be really interested to see what he could have done if he'd have gone out on the softs at the start.
Softs are, I think, 1.5 seconds quicker. So he should be at the front. If he puts the soft tires under his car. Ryan van Loom has posted the 12 fastest time.
107.9, and that's on the softs as well. He'll be looking to improve that pace.
Oliver sets the 13th fastest time on the mediums. And Chris, the next game has gone to P11.
Senna retired from session. He obviously thinks his lap time is going to be good enough. I think so too. It's a very good lap time for Austria. So seeing he was on the softs, he's going to have a very good run in with everyone else going into the intermediate tyres in Q2 and Q3.
Yes, and I assume Senna's time is fast enough to get through Q2. It's around 2 seconds faster than the knockout places. So he should be fine.
Yeah, he feels very comfortable with that lap, I would too.
Yes, and a further update on the weather. Q2 is also heavy rain and the race will be dry, so everyone will get a free tire choice. As Q2 is the session where the tire where you qualify when you start the race on, if it's in the right conditions.
The tyre wear around Austria, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's quite a balanced track for your tyre wear. So if you can really make your tyres last, you could have a good advantage on everyone else.
Yeah, it's an easy soft to medium, and the hard tires shouldn't be used, but we'll see.
Maybe someone feels comfortable at the start, just going into the hards in the last 10 laps of the race. Hits onto softs.
We only have one flying lap on the month by the Red Bull in P18 is 2 yards 13. He hasn't had the time yet, so this will be his first flyer. By the way, do you know from these 20 drivers, do you know all drivers or just a few?
I know just a few. I was in the practice sessions yesterday, so I've seen a few of them, what they've been putting in times wise. I'm not too familiar with the drivers yet, but I think after today I'll get a good understanding of what the drivers can do.
I've also know a few from a different league.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
But we're watching the Red Bull finishing his lap. Yes, indeed, it is from SFR. Toyota goes to P15. he is on the knockout spot in P15. And
I don't think he'll be good enough. Shadow Britain and De Cromin are both in the pits. Oh, actually, no, De Cromin's coming out on an out now. This is it's his flying lap, so let's see what De Cromin can do. Obviously, his first lap got annulled for corner cutting, so let's see what he's going to post.
Who's going wide at the entry of turn 8?
Time to the power down a
What
bit
time
more.
can he set? Oh, it's not a good lap. It's P18.
Oh, that's not good. P18, he's going to have to improve that big time. His teammate is in P12, so that's quite a big gap from the two Mercedes drivers there. A 6th place gap. Hopefully both the Mercedes can improve the lap times and hopefully push more up the field in the first Q session.
Yes, and AOR points has gone out on the soft, and he set his time on the hard, so you would assume he improves his time, but with the rain coming more and more down, you would ask if people are going to improve their lap times.
Shadow is staying in the pits, so the only thing I can think of him doing is maybe going out when the weather gets worse on the Indies.
But on the Indies you can't improve your dry lap time, so
Well, wherever he's doing, he's going to leave it a bit late. People are going to be wanting to improve in their lap time, so... Out comes the Force India of Footy Dad, coming out of the pits. And Punch is starting his lap now. Hopefully he doesn't get too held up by no chance.
let's see what KPL Lex can do. He's currently in P8. Can he improve his time? No, it won't. He's 2 seconds off, so I think it will be hard to improve.
I think the weather is starting to
Well,
the lap times go a bit slower now.
Pia Oliver is on an improvement. What can he do? Set himself to P18 with a 108.2.
Of course, the only person not to put a lap yet is Shadow Britain.
And don't think he will set a lap time. And X-Gamer has retired in the pits, it seems like.
Looks like he feels comfortable in P11.
And more drivers are retiring, which is a sign that it isn't.
Also, he's coming back to the pits as well. Of KPL Lex. Although he looks like he might retire in the pits.
Yes, and we would like if everyone retires, every driver, to go as quickly as we can to the Q2 session.
De Cromin, he's out of fuel, he's had to come back to the pits.
Yes, indeed.
Real blow for him there.
Fully Daddy is the only the only driver who was Kung Fu Fly, but he is almost 5 seconds off, so
Oh, and T-Art has gone off track, he spun it.
oh, luckily,
In the Red Bull.
Luckily,
So that's going up by the Lauda curve. I think he might have just run too much of the curb and he's spun it.
Luckily, he's still in there.
Yeah, luckily he's I don't know if he's taking any damage. Doesn't look like he has on the wing. So.
Oh, and also Fully Daddy has dropped it.
Lex has come back out.
Yeah, he's on 3 leveled softs.
Topic says he's put a 107 point, is it 107 pretty much flat on the hards. And he's in P10, he's looking quite comfortable for that. So, with many people on softs, looks like a good lap time.
Yes, and a 107 on hards looks pretty competitive.
Yeah, the two Haas drivers are definitely looking like the team to beat. Maggi, obviously in P1 with the 104.5.
Let's drop it.
Yeah, this rain is becoming a bit of a problem for people now.
Yes, it is.
Looking at De Crom, and he's sliding a little bit. He's holding it together quite well for his last
Oh,
Oh, he's
there he
lost
goes.
it. Oh, and he's gone off. That's ruined his lap time. But he's staying out for one more lap.
Well, it's quite useless, to be fair.
The weather's just too bad to stand these off, I reckon now.
You see how massively struggling he is coming through the corner.
Yeah, he struggled to get around that first corner, and he took a lot of the outside curve. And he's retired. The Crummin has gone. The only person currently out on track is PR Oliver. What a
And the DRS is now disabled, which is now a confirmed sign that it's too wet. So the drivers we will who are knocked out in this Q1 session is Hewa Punch, James Hook, Pia Oliver, De Crummen and Shadow Britton.
PR Oliver's coming out, or not coming round, but he's just too slow. The softs are just dead now. Whether Shadow Britton will go to the Inters and maybe come out for a lap, I'm not sure. Question is, does PR Oliver go on to Inters and try one more lap? It'll be a tight one if he can make it. And PR Oliver's retired in P18. That's his qualifying session done. We've lost Ryan Van Doom, he's retired in P4, he's safe.
Seconds left, so we assume we were waiting when the time is up, so we can go through Q2 in probably in interest conditions.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at HOR punch, do you think he might be a bit annoyed starting on the hards here? And he probably could have put a really good lap time on soft.
Yes, and he just got beaten by QI Oliver and Tilliard with a few thousand. So Q1 is done. These are the results. Medici top in Q1 with a 105.5. He just beats the league owner Santa Martins with 32,000. The two Ryans of 3rd and 4th and 40 dead in 5th.
The drivers we've lost are HOR Punch in 16th with a 107.4, James Hook in 17th with a 107.9, PR Elevat in 18th with a 108.2, the Crumman with a 108.5 in 19th, and Shadow Britain didn't a lap in.
No, and that's the qualifying for the first part. We're now moving on to qualifying number 2 of Q2.
Oh,
it's
this
much
is
heavier.
definitely intermediate weather now.
Well, everyone is on the wet, it seems like.
I don't know what tire you start on this. It's very, very heavy. Inters maybe, wets most likely.
It's most likely wet if you see how the rain is dropping down. And I see the Williams of Lewis is going out first. Yes, he is.
Full wets. Senna is going out as well.
Yeah, let's see how the drivers will.
A lot of drivers have come out from the start here.
Yes, it's the best way to put the time on the board and then get used to these conditions. And Austria is quite difficult under braking in the wet, as we've seen with Lewis, who was going to the runoff area at turn 2.
I think most drivers will be very happy that the race is going to be dry. Especially going into turns 1 and 2, the braking zone might be just like too hard for the wets.
And if you are at the back of the grid, you only have spray in front of you, and the braking point is very different.
Yeah, but the spray's in your face, and you can't see how the drivers are braking either. So you've been quite tough in the wet. Obviously Lewis is now about to start his flying lap, his first lap around in the qualifying session.
With a yellow in sector 3. Hopefully it's all fine there.
Looks like it might have come from a Red Bull. I think it was 2 yards. Here comes Lewis going around Schlossgold. Quite a challenging corner if you don't get it right in the wet. Goes a bit wide, but he's kept it tidy. Do you think it'd be a matter of going slow and steady on the wets, or just pushing as hard as you can and hoping not to make a mistake?
I think some of the drivers will push as hard as they can, but I think also a few will are testing out the limits and testing out the car, how they are.
Well, Lewis about to post a lap time, 1:17.1.
Maybe he goes again to the top.
by the Haas of Mad G with a 1:16.8. That's a very good lap time on the wets.
And the North country has gone to 16 and
The two
made
Haas's are
his
in 1:2.
teammate. A 1:16.6 seems to be a very quick lap time.
The two Haas's there looking very strong. Obviously, Top Picture started on the hards in the first qualifying session and got P10. So, to start on the fastest tyre, it shows he's got a lot of pace.
Oh, Lewis dropped it. He clipped the grass and he's now off.
Yeah, Lewis just got the grass, the wet grass, and he's just spun it.
Oh, and a racing boy has spawned at the exit of turn 1. And he was about to start with a flyer.
He'll have to run again.
Oh, Lewis dropped it again, just in front of Keeper Lex. Was about to set a lap on the board. It won't be the quickest lap time, but it's
I think if Lewis comes back to the pitch, he might have enough to stay into Q3.
Here comes Christian Galang 6 in the Mercedes car. But he validated. Ooh, Lewis got disqualified.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him there. He'll be kicking himself a bit.
So
Lewis will start in P15 on the grid for the race.
So we now have 4 knockout places in Q2. And Fully Dead has gone up to P2 and got Oliver to P3. So the red drive is still going on their wet set.
Here comes Christian, Goomresh left gold. Keeps it very quick, but he loses the rear end a bit, keeps it very tidy, manages to hold it. You've got to say the Williams haven't had a good showing here in Austria. P20 and P15, I think they'd have been hoping for a little bit better than that.
Yes indeed, and Lewis's teammate didn't even go out on track.
You know, I'm a bit interested to why that was.
Christian has announced at the time.
Yeah, in the end the track was clear. He could have gone out, but...
Fully Dead is going for another flyer. He has done 3 laps already on his wet and has improved in the first sector.
The only person not to put in a lap time is Racing Porsche, and he's now on his out lap.
Yeah, he spun on his flyer, so that's why he... Oh, Senna with the fastest lap, 1:16.5.
With a 1:16.5, he's taken the Haas off top spot.
And it looks like Fully Dead is going to improve the fastest lap. He's 6 tenths up. Oh, it goes a bit too hot. But what time does he set? Oh, he just misses it by 8 thousandths of his personal best, and Matty G and Ryan van Doom have put it on the Inters under their car.
Here comes Racing Porsche back to finish his lap. What's he going to do? Oh no, forgive me, he's done his out lap. I didn't do that. He was pushing quite hard. Maybe trying to get a feel for the car.
And Matty G has gone out on the Inters, so It looks to me a bit too wet, but we'll see how it goes.
It'll be interesting to see what these intermediates do. If he goes quick, it looks like some of the other drivers might follow suit.
The racing boy when Vanguard was posted the fastest sector 2. So let's see what he can do. He's at the final corner now. Oh, and he crashed. That's unfortunate. The dog said a 90.6, but it could have been way faster.
Definitely. Looking at Mad G now, he's starting his lap on the intermediates. Let's see how he does going up into the second corner. Well, it's the third corner, isn't it, really, with that little king. Looks pretty tidy through there, so maybe the intermediates aren't so bad in these other conditions. It didn't look like the car was struggling for grip.
Seems like the wets are slightly faster, as maybe he won't be proving this time.
And he's come back to the pits. Cod Oliver's coming round the final corner.
Looks like he's going to improve his time.
Yeah, most definitely.
There he goes.
Oh, there he finished it by 10. Almost 2 attempts. He'll be happy with that.
Sonic How is improving. Only a personal improvement. He's not moving in positions.
He's in a knockout spot. Sorry, Cork.
Fully that has gone up as the entered the final corner and he goes into the pits.
Three minutes left at Q2. What did you decide the weather conditions was for Q3? Was it still really wet?
It's still wet and there's another car off. It's KPL Lex. That's not helping him as he is in the knockout zone.
Is Q3 a wet one? Or is it going to draw up a little bit for the intermediates to come into effect?
Q3 is the same conditions, I've been told. See what each gamer can do, but he is 3 cents off, so he won't improve.
Ryan Van Doon is about to start his flyer. Oh,
Christian Gang is improving, but I think not enough to get out of the relegation zone.
Ryan Van Doon has knocked SFR Sonic Hawk off that spot.
P11 it is for Christian Galang. He's only 3 tenths off, so hopefully he can find the time.
But he's gone a bit wide into the first corner, run a bit much of the curve that they slowed him down a little bit. Can he make up some time? Go into sector. No, he can't.
And now it seems like the Inters are now the best tyre, as Topic is 8 tenths up. So it seems like he's going to post the new fastest time of this Q2 session. And will be in the best preparation for the top 10 shootout.
I think he's looking around a 1:14 here.
Oh, it will be 1:15. 1:15.5.
No. Inter's fastest tyre.
Let's see what his team. Oh, X-Gamer goes to second, 1:16.1. And now we are on board with Matty G. Here he goes up to the line. It's going to be 1:15.6 behind his teammate. Just
Two
one time.
passes, 1-2 again.
And Racing Boy has gone into the pits, and same for Sonic House, so their qualifying is done.
KPO Lex, he was on the wets. He looks like he won't improve this time now.
No, and he's too late to cross the line, but he also hasn't got ERS, so his qualifying is done, and the only driver who can maybe knock himself into the top 10 is Christian Galang.
Christian Galang has still got one more lap to put in.
Yeah, but hasn't got any more ERS to use, so that's a disadvantage for him.
If he can just keep charging his ERS for the corners, maybe he can do something on these last two straights, but it's not looking likely.
No, it won't be enough, so that's the qualifying session for Q2. And Christian Galang pit, so it was going to be an improvement. Oh, there's been a collision at the back between the X-Gamer and...
X-Gamer has crashed out.
Yeah, his AI crashed into the rear, and that's the ending of qualifying. But X-Gamer still goes through even though his tire is off.
Clear enough.
So, both horses are topping the timesheet with the Inters. Both in the 1:15, Senna is behind, Oliver in 4th, 40 Dead in 5th, Noordschans in 6th, Tayas in 7th. Both Ryans are yet again behind each other in 8th and 9th, and Ace Kramer is out. Great enough, and Christian Galang, CFR, Sonic Ho, Keep Your Legs, SFR Racing Boy, and Lewis, who got disqualified. The last 6 names are out of the session, so let's go through the Q3 and let's see who gets pole. Nine drivers, 9 intermediates, it seems like. So who do you reckon will get pole position today?
Obviously only 9 races in Q3.
The first one out there seems to be a Red Bull. It is
Toyotas.
Toyotas. Where can he bring
And now comes the
car?
racing point of no chance. All the cars seem to be coming out now, just trying to put in a decent lap time. Inter's obviously the fastest tyre for his qualifying session.
And it's quite busy at the first sector. As Fully Dead and Ryan Verdum have decided to stay in. As I said, Ryan Verdum is going out. There he is.
Footy Dad is the only one left in the pits.
We're gonna have a look at Toyota's his flying lap. He's starting now. Hot lap mode engaged.
Here comes the flying lap.
Ooh, goes deep and and
Can he keep it?
No.
He held it pretty well though. That could have gone badly wrong for him.
So Nordkamp will be the first one to probably set a flying lap.
It's okay for
117.9 in first sector.
No
Go
chance,
deep.
a bit wide.
And it's quite close between the Alpha and the Renault of Ryan and Senna. Hopefully they don't get in each other's way. Going back to North County is going to the second sector split now, 51.7.
52.2
yellow.
for Ryan in the second sector.
Yellow, but that's tired, so we don't have to worry about him. Who had time to the north chance set.
Oh, Ryan's gone wide.
Oh. 115.2 for North chance. Ryan to second, Senna to P1. To Matty G to P1 with 114. What can
That's
his team?
a very good lap time.
His teammate has been boarded his lap. And I'm now looking at Ryan van Doom. What time can he set? It looks like it's quite quick.
There's
There
a
you go.
5-second gap between the two Alphas, so I'm thinking it
Oh,
could
Ryan
one
van
of them-
Doom to P1, 114.4.
Well, we'll see. Are we going to see a battle for P1 in this qualifying session between Mad G and Ryan van Doom on these inters? Even
quite-
Senna might get in with it now with a 114.7, so these three drivers look tipped to try and get P1.
I don't count topic out. He's still on the flyer.
Looking at topics here, it looks like he feels quite comfortable with the car in the rain, going through these corners.
Yes, indeed, and he topped the second qualifying session. So let's see what he can do. Going into the final
looks
corner
quick.
now. Yes, he is. Will he post the fastest time? We'll see in a second. Yes, he will. 114.3.
Oh, he's done it! Oh, that's an amazing time there. 114.3 is the time to beat, with 7 minutes left.
now having a look at Senna, who is improving. What does he do in the second sector? He improves by 2/10.
2/10 quicker.
Theoretically it should be up to P2, P3. So let's see what he can do in the final sector. Here he goes. 114.3 just behind Topic.
Ooh. Very close between them two drivers. Might see a battle in the race between those two.
Yeah.
Especially with Maggi and the Haas as well. He'll be looking to get in on the podium.
Yes, and Fully that says that is going purple in the first sector. And hasn't set a time yet.
Obviously Footy Dads is known as flying lap.
What can he do in the second sector? Oh, that's quite a quick lap time. Also purple in sector 2.
Footy Dad will be looking around P8 if he's lucky here.
Ooh, that's a
Doesn't look
bit
that
of
good.
oversteer.
You never know. Oh, he's gone fastest. 114.024. That didn't look too quick of a time when I was spectating.
Here goes Ryan to second place, 114.1.
This is incredible. I don't know what's happening.
I just called him.
Seems like every lap the fastest lap comes in.
Yes, and Noordkans and Oliver are the first one out for the second run.
Oliver will be looking to improve his 115.7. Out comes Ryan Van Doom, he's leaving the pits. Looks like he's not happy with his lap time.
No, he's aiming for pole. That's what everyone is aiming for. Who will get pole in the first race of this new league, the Vanguard Racing League?
Tell you what though, that 114.0, that's a very good lap time, so it'll be intriguing to see if anyone can beat that.
Noordkans is 1.5 tenths up. Currently the top 6 is between
Obviously,
6 tenths, so that's quite incredible.
Gold. Needs to get a good exit.
Here comes Noordkans. He is half a second up.
This could be a good lap. Round the Red Bull, we're going down to the last corner now. It's a good entry.
Where does he go?
What's it gonna be? He goes up one place.
Yes, and let's move on to Oliver. What can he do? He still has time for another flyer, so we may see him back, and he goes to 8th. 114.7. So now we are now going to Ryan Van Doom, who is on the flyer. Don't know if he is improving at the moment. Through sector 2 he comes, and he is not going to improve.
7/10 slower. He has time for one more flyer though, so he should be okay.
Yes, everyone will get a flyer. And Nordjylland is going for a second flyer in a row. Let's see if it can bring him up somewhere.
Here comes Team Nordjylland.
Oh, it looks quite quick this time. And it is P3.
114.2 is in third place. Him and his teammates are in the top 3 of the qualifying session. We can't get complacent. There's so many drivers who could still take him off.
Here comes Oliver.
Especially Topics when he starts his lap. Is it Senna? No, he's on that lap as well. Them 2 drivers, then we're going to be wanting to aim for that top spot, so no chance, can't afford to get complacent.
And fully dead has stayed into the pit, so he isn't going to improve his lap time anymore.
Here comes T-Arts. He's a tad quicker in sector 2.
He's the only one who was more than a second off.
Oh, he didn't. He's run wide. He's going to lose a lot of time. Looks okay now.
Still improves, but stays in the same position as he was. We go to Ryan Matty now. Can he go to pole position? Around the final corner he goes.
Can he improve?
Oh, no. Topic, there he goes. P1, 113.8.
P1, 113.8. Oh, that's a very good lap.
And now we're going quickly to Senna. What can he set? Oh, 40.4 isn't going to be an improvement for him. Matty G, P3.
Senna will be disappointed with that lap time.
Yes, indeed, and Ryan is on the limit of improvement. He's 7 thousandths off. After him we only have tires. And then we'll know the grid order for the first race of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Around the last corner.
Here he comes.
Will he improve?
Yeah, the P3. Good lap time from Ryan. And tires has begun into the pit, so this is
This is the grid.
Topic takes the first pole position of the league. Congratulations to him. Fully dead.
The 113.8, you should be very happy. I'm very proud of yourself for that lap. Can he keep? I hope he keeps the speed in the race.
Well, the race is going to be dry, so that's going to be very interesting.
Obviously, here we'll get a free trial choice.
That's qualifying done. So Topic is the only one who got into 113s. Fully dead is 142 thousandths off in second place. Ryan van Doom at the end goes to P3. Medici to 4th. Could be disappointed with that. Ryan is in 5th. Team Nordjylland in 6th. Senna in 7th. And that was the qualifying.
And it's race day. Let's go. It's going to be very exciting.
Waiting for the drivers to ready up and so we can race at the Red Bull Ring. We are already racing now without the formation lap. 40 that is going to be in turn 1.
Ryan Van Doom is side by side to Top Hicks and he overtakes him. But I don't take Ryan Matey out to try to go around the outside.
Alright, we're doing to the inside. He got pushed
Was
by
there a little bit
Ryan.
of contact there between Ryan Van Doom and Ryan Matey? Might have been. Not too sure. Top Hicks has had not the best of starts. He tries to send one down the inside of Ryan. Oh, but Ryan defends.
And now Senna's to the inside of Topic. Topic is by the way on the medium, so he will be slower than the others on the soft.
But he'll be hoping to gain that time later in the race when he goes back into the soft.
Yes, he will. Oh, contact between Senna and Topic.
Is there any damage, you reckon?
No. Senna to the inside.
He only makes the overtake.
Oh, the Topic is right
Top
on the ass.
Top is going to try to stay in the slipstream. He pulls to the outside on the straight.
Oh, and
Ferrari
is having a
Renault
look.
power.
And he passed his teammate as well. QPL is having better with XK and Oliver.
Further down the track, Sonic Hawk and James Hook have started on the hards.
Oh, it's 3 wide going into turn 3. GPL is ahead of Oliver and X-Gamer. And Adam goes quite wide, but it goes around the side and X-Gamer is letting everyone through for some reason. Oh, he has damage, so that's why. Moving on to the front of the field, Ryan is creating a gap to the other Ryan, and the Ryan in the Alpha has a lot of drivers behind the wheels are now getting DRS.
It'll be interesting to see if Ryan does get overtaken in the next DRS zone down the straight.
And there are moves to be made in for position 10, and Oliver tried it but locked up, and TPL is
Footy Dad staying with Ryan. He's gaining quickly. Looks like Ryan might struggle to be able to fend him off the next lap.
Well, it will be hard to defend.
I think that Footy Dad is going to get him.
Senna has the fastest lap with 108.1, so keep an eye on him. He's quite close to the rear, fully dead.
Yeah, he's got DRS open as well. He's gaining on him as well.
Yes, he will.
Looked like he was thinking about going down the inside, but he held back.
And Oliver back to the inside of KPL Lex. Now Oliver has the advantage of having DRS, and now he goes into P10. Oh, there's a yellow flag, that's James Hook, who's off. Oh, there's damage.
Oh, it was 2.
Damage for Adam, and there's a safety car.
He went off there, I didn't see that, he's gone off.
That's because the retirement of James Hook in the Toro Rosso, who looks to be going straight on.
Unfortunately, a DNF for James Hook there, but the safety car is out.
Ryan goes into the pits. what will the others do? They will follow him, and Topic obviously will stay
Looks
out.
like looks like they'll be taking the hard tyre.
Or they will go to the medium and soft. Let's see what they will do. Ryan will go on to the mediums.
Senna goes onto the hards. No, he's going to softs.
The other riders go on to the hards. So half of the field have stayed out.
No chance goes onto the hard tyre.
Yes, lots of hard tires, so they will try to make it to the end.
Obviously, Topic is on the mediums, so he has an advantage anyway with his tyre life. But with this safety car, it could make things a bit more interesting.
And there is
especially
something.
with an SDRS on when the safety car goes in.
And there is something going on as a position changing between P5 and P8.
The Cromman, he's had a good start. From 18th he was on the grid to 7th.
Yeah, let's have a look at the position gainers. The biggest gainer is Pia Oliver with 13 places, and the Cromman has gone up 12 places. That's also because that half of the field has pitted.
Oh, and Pia Oliver's pitted.
Ooh, Pia Oliver's pitting. Thanks for letting us know. What does he do? It seems like the medium is going for him.
I wonder why that's going to put him now though on the grid. He's probably going to put him in dead last.
Yes, and Lewis and has got a new front wing, and XGame is also pitted. XGame for the hards, Lewis for the softs, and Pia Oliver for the mediums.
Topic still stays ahead on lap 6 with his medium tyres. So if he had some heat into the tyres, once he had a better start than Christian.
Oh, Topic has gone into the wall.
It didn't look like he took any damage, but...
Let's have a look. It seems like he's got away with it, luckily for him.
Yeah, it looks like his end plates are all intact, so... he managed to get away with it.
Safety car's going in this lap, so Topic has now Oh, Christian has gone off, and he,
Christian Galang.
And he resetted himself to the track. I don't think
that's
that's
a
allowed.
5-second penalty for a severe collision.
Yeah, that's because Christian Galang resetted himself to the track, so he had nowhere to go.
Question is, how much damage did Christian take? Oh, big damage to the wing there, front left wing.
Yes, and we are back to green now, and Christian then immediately goes into the pits.
It's going to be hard for him to make up places with many people already making pit stops onto the hards. So, it's going to be quite a big recovery job from him.
Yellow in sector 1, and then it's Senna.
On board with racing parts, he's going to try and overtake Carl Oliver. There's a little bit of contact there. Getting the elbows out to make the overtake, but he's made it cleanly.
And Ryan is going up to P6, overtaking Oliver.
The two Alfa Romeos in P7 and 8. Mad G was going to have DRS on Sonic Hawk. And he's in his slipstream. Will he try and make he's going to try and make the overtake? Yes he is, he's got a good exit, better traction. Sensei Martins gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
This is not good news for him, and he has dropped to the back of the field. We don't know what happened to him.
The Haas of Magic and have DRS on Cod Oliver. Gets a good exit, easily overtakes him.
It's got amazing traction, and Shadow Breton is coming side by side with Sonic Hawk. But so can't let him go.
Shadow Britain's got a good exit there. And it looked like Cod Oliver had been taking it at the lobby. That's why his AI was going a bit slow.
Raging Boy is now at the back of the Crumman.
DRS is going to be a main factor now, going up on that straight, up into the third turn.
Oh, Raging Boy gets a 3 second. A corner cutting turn 1.
He won't be too happy about that.
No, he won't. And Toyota has to be close enough to Topic. Obviously he is on a softer tyre, but it's close for the more the lead of the race.
KPL Lex is in P3.
Oh, Shadow Breton to the inside of Cod Oliver. It's up to P9.
But Oliver might make sure. Oh, he's resisted. We'll have to keep an eye on these two of the DRS sections coming up in the next lap.
Oh, yellow sector 2, it is Nordscans who's off.
Oh, and that's big damage to his wing, that'll be.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge damage to his wing.
Here goes Raging Boy. Goes to the inside of the Crumman. Does he get into P4? They both brake late.
Senna is in last place. I think, has he been lapped?
No.
39.6 seconds away from topics. Oh, the Mercedes of the Crumman and Racing Porsche having a little battle here for P4.
Oh, Raging Boy gets a little bit of gravel. That's not gonna help him, but stays in front.
The Crumman is staying right behind Racing Porsche. He wants his P4 position. He's getting a bit aggressive near Schloss Gold, but we kept it clean till now.
Here goes Ryan van Doom, he has a good slipstream and...
He's going to overtake him, will it?
Oh, he brakes very deep.
Goes a bit wide.
Oh.
Maintains DRS and Mercedes has got him.
They both have DRS, so... Will Ryan van Doom go back to the inside? He sticks his nose in.
No, he's held off. He didn't get the better exit the two cars either.
Yes, and Nordscant is about to be lapped.
The slipstream. Toyota's only 6/10. Oh, there will be a blue flag soon. Nordscant is about to get lapped. There'll be blue flags coming out.
I said that a few corners ago, that he was about to be lapped.
This could make the battle between Topics and Toyota maybe die down a little bit. Could even make it more aggressive, we don't know yet.
Ryan van Doom is into the pits. Our virtual race leader, was before the safety car came out. He goes to another set of mediums, but has front wing change.
Must have taken a bit of damage with a little battle somewhere. No yellow flags. No yellow flags came out.
Here goes Footy Daddy to the inside of Shadow Britain. Makes the move stick, but they're both going off track. And that could be an invitation for Adam who's being pushed onto the grass.
Even Lewis is getting on that battle now. There's 4 of them. Just one contesting for that P9.
Here comes Lewis. Will he make a move? It doesn't look like it. Oh,
he's got it.
He will. He will. So Lewis takes P11 from Adam.
But Lewis hasn't hit yet.
Lewis did pit. He pitted one time.
You need to pit again. He's on softs.
Yes, he will.
Looks like Lewis is going to get Shadow Brit on the straight. He holds it off.
Oh, Adam! Ooh, right! Almost touching the rear of Lewis. But still his front wing is intact.
There's a lot of high speed corners here, so if your wing gets damaged, you can justify a pit stop. Even like the little teeniest damage, like maybe an end plate, can affect your lap times drastically around here, especially going through corners like Schlossgold and the Labour Curve. We're battle for P9 going up this straight now. Old Footy Dad gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's cut the corner.
And Lewis has got a great run as his teammate. So, will he make a move? Oh, Shadow breaks later. Oh, but Footy Dad could leap. Oh, Adam hits the rear of Lewis. And Oliver goes out wide, and now X-Finger.
Oh, and there's big damage to Adam's wing.
Yes, he smashed the rear of Lewis, so that isn't good news for him. And the Crommen is quite close to Ryan, but so a side by side move I thought, but not do I see anymore. And Tyas is going into the pits, so 30 laps is probably the maximum he can get on the softs. So will he put on the mediums or the hards?
Adam has got so much understeer. He's going to lose a lot. He might even lose 13 before he even enters the pits, yeah.
Well, Tyas had first to serve a 5-second time penalty, but I've gone on to the mediums and is going to try to go to the end. And Adam, I suspect, has gone also into the pits for no set of mediums and a new front wing.
Topics overtakes no chance. KPLX is pitting, he's going off his softs.
He's going quite safely going into the customer.
Topics has got a 3-second time penalty.
Ooh. Mediums for keeping relaxed. And he's been followed by the Crommen. Shadow Britain gets a 3 seconds.
Lewis is getting a good run at Shadow Britain again. He's just got to keep his pace up and hopefully the overtake will come through. Was there a bit of contact there between Lewis and Paul Oliver?
I didn't saw contact between those two, but one thing is for sure that Pierre Oliver has overtaken Lewis for P8.
Oliver's got a 3-second time penalty now. Not Oliver, Lewis. Lewis got the Oliver. Oh, both of them have penalties.
Oliver gets another 3 seconds, right when you talked about it.
It's very interesting because I'm not too sure how many laps Lewis can make these tyres last.
We have seen that Diaz and did 13 laps, so it should be 2 laps more for Lewis and then pit for mediums.
Footy Dad got a 3-second time penalty, so if Shadow Britain can just keep behind him.
Oh, Shadow Britain!
Oh, contact. Oh, is there damage? I don't think there's damage.
No, there isn't.
No damage to his wing.
Oh, it's quite close here for P6. Oh, the racing point is off. Oh, Oliver just avoided him.
This is getting very
to go
heated
side by
now,
side.
this P6 position. 5 cars in on the action. Both of the Red Bulls are going to come in on the action. Oh! T-Art's nearly had X-Gamer regained his position.
Oh,
Racing Posh gets a 3
seconds.
second time penalty. We get a good run off Lewis. He's got DRS. Lewis's DRS just made him pull away from the Ferrari.
Oh, Diaz to the inside of
Was he going to try and make a move?
Gamer.
That was very Leclerc, Verstappen-esque. Brilliant, he made it work. I know he's in the chase for
Shadow
Lewis.
to the inside, goes up to 6. Oh, 40 that has been passed off.
Contact! I believe that was the Ferrari of X-Gamer who spun.
Oh yes, he spun.
Was it a spin or did he get hit by a Red Bull?
I didn't notice. Oh, there's another car off, it's 40 dead. Oh, contact between him and Ryan. Oh.
These last few laps have been very heated.
It's pretty tense out there.
I would not like to be any of these drivers right now.
Here comes Oliver right on the back of Shadow. Should be an easy move going into turn 3.
Oh, is it Lewis's pit? Lewis's pit onto mediums and he's changing his front wing.
Oh, not good news for him.
He's going to lose about a couple of seconds. Footy Dad and X-Gamer are going to have a little battle. Here comes X-Gamer around the outside. Does he get the move? No, he doesn't.
Ooh.
Then he, and the racing point goes wide. He loses a lot of positions because of that.
Oh, and now goes Senna to the inside of the Grumman.
Senna makes the move.
Going to 13, but his softs are quite old, so we'll expect him to go in soon.
And Footy Dad has come into the pits. He goes on to hards with the front wing change.
Well, mediums can go the distance, as you can see at topic. Oliver and Race Point are already over the distance that 40 that has to make on the hards, so Venus would have been the best choice for him.
There's a 9-second gap between Ryan and Topics.
Yeah, Topic has got it, I think. He's, I think, in the net race lead, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Topics is... Punch has left the session.
There might have been a disconnection.
Hopefully you can get back in. So the battling for position just died down a little bit. I'm just interested to see how Senna plays his strategy out. Because what lap he comes in, because you can't make them softs last forever.
I think that this on next lap he will go in.
We've got to be on like 40-50% wear at least now.
Wonder when we'll see these medium runners going into the pits. There's not many battles are going on. The closest battle is for P17 with Fullydead and the Chromenas. Senna goes into the pits.
Lex is trying to gain quickly on a Sonic Hawk. There's about a second gap, 1.5 seconds between them both.
Senna's gone for another set of softs.
Rubis gets a 3-second penalty.
Back.
Yeah, Punch needs to get himself back.
Oh, and Topic has gone into the pits.
Right, this is Ryan's chance to try and pull away now.
So this for Topic, and where will he rejoin? It must be, I think, in P3.
Think he P3, yeah. Card Oliver pits. He pits onto softs.
And Topic has an 8-second gap to Ryan, so it should be an easy race for Topic if it goes his way.
Lex is closing the gap to Sonic Hawk.
I'm now having a look at Senna on his not very fresh softs, but he's right on the back of Adam. Goes for the outside, not the inside. But
yeah,
Senna goes around the outside
pretty well there. He gets the move done. Has Senna pitted yet? He has, isn't he? He's pitted for his softs.
Yeah, he pitted for all softs he used at the beginning of the race, I think. And XK will let his teammates through, so a Ferrari team goal for P11. And Topic is right off the back of his teammate.
Here we go, there's a battle forming now. P8. Between Lex, Ryan Van Dam and Cod Oliver. This will be interesting to see how this heads up in the next few laps. Oh, and Ryan tried to send one down the inside of Lex, but he couldn't make the move stick.
Oh, there goes
He does
Ryan.
get the RS though. He does get him. Ryan moves up to P8.
Oh, Oliver now to the inside of KP Lex. It turns to the inside of Lex.
Oliver makes the move, but Lex is coming back through.
Oh, close it is between those two. As we have Ryan going into the pits.
Lord Chance gets another penalty.
It's also this for Ryan. Let's see where he comes out. Looks to be P6. And it is, it goes behind Shadow. And Topic has, we haven't caught it on stream,
Racing
but
Posh has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 107.5.
oh, Ryan close to the rear of Sonic, and he has overtaken him. P7 it is for the McLaren driver. And Oliver goes with him.
Obviously Oliver's on the grippiest tyre. So it's all about whether Oliver can just push these softs as hard as he can.
Ryan was close to Shadow's rear, but Shadow pitted. But there wasn't much between them. Shadow was gone very cautious into the pits. I've seen it earlier, where you can lose necessary time.
Lex is going to have DRS on Sonic Hawk.
Oh, Oliver and Ryan having a battle. Oliver on the faster tyre and Ryan on 14 lap of mediums.
But Ryan gets a good exit on Oliver. Especially with DRS.
Outside he
Stop
goes.
around the outside. Doesn't make the move to last. Oliver maintains position.
And we will soon see a move for a second place between Toyota and Ryan, as there is a yellow flag somewhere, and it's Sonic. Sonic is off. He has crashed and lost front wing.
Lucky for him, he crashed in the pits.
Oh, Ryan has already overtaken Toyota for P4.
T-Arts is staying with Ryan though. It's not over yet.
Racing Point has overtaken Lex for P8.
Lewis might try and make an overtake on Punch. There's also a battle forming between the two Mercedes drivers in P16 and 17.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It looks like the Crommen is struggling now. Especially when Christian's on softs.
Oh, they just do quicker tyre advantage.
Looking at the top of the field, it's the two Hasses that are in P1 and P2.
Yeah, but I expect Meiji to come in. I don't think he can finish the race on those old R's. They're already 23 laps old. Oh, and Ryan and Oliver going side by side. But Ryan gets it as Oliver goes into the pits. But Ryan gets a free second.
Blue flags out for Oliver. No chance allows him to overtake easily. Racing Pod has got DRS on Ryan Van Doon. I thought that'll be a battle for P6. Especially when Racing Pod's on the less worn tyres and fresher, grippier ones too. He gets good traction out of that corner and he's gaining quickly to Ryan Van Doon. And there's a yellow flag.
Yeah, there's a racing point out, that's fully daddy. And I've lost big part of his front wing.
Racing Podge nearly gets hit by Ryan Van Doon on the overtake. As Ryan tried to defend that, but he gets a good exit. With the DRS aiding him, he should be able to overtake on the back straight. On
Here
straight
comes
down.
X-Gamer to the inside of Shadow Button.
Makes the overtake.
Well, there has been some contact between the two. And Racing Point has made the move stick on Ryan Van Doon.
It's been a disappointing race for the two Racing Point drivers.
Yes, isn't the race that it was going their way. Hopefully the next race.
Same with the two Mercedes, they haven't had much luck either.
Well, Galang destroyed
Shadow
the race.
overtakes X-Gamer. Five laps left.
Here comes X-Gamer on Shadow.
Makes the move. Can he
Well,
keep the inside?
Well, X-Gamer is on very old hearts and Shadow should have.
He's hard to 25 laps old, and this question is, can he keep Shadow behind him with DRS aiding when he has new softs and he's harder to R1? Be a challenge. Both of these boys are battling so they can finish in the points for their team. Shadow ideally would need it more, as he's only Williams in the points at the moment. Yeah, I can see it now. Shadow's just pulling away from him.
Oliver's got the DRS on Tayats. And Ryan's closing into Medici, so we probably see
Senna's got a penalty.
that the 1-2 of half will be ruined by Ryan Matty and Alfa Romeo.
Senna's pitted for new tyres. He's come out of the pits on mediums, I believe it is.
Yeah, he hasn't got any softs left, so that's probably why. And Ryan Matty is right on the back of Maggie.
Punch gone off. Punch went off there.
Here comes Oliver, past the tires. Here comes Ryan to the inside of Meiji. And he goes to second place.
But Magi's gonna come back. Takes the position.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, contact! Ryan is off!
Oh no, that's massive bad news for Ryan.
Yeah, Medici
That's going to
didn't.
be devastating.
Medici just didn't leave any room for him, and that's why he's off. So P2 on track seems to be
taken
gone.
up with the stewards.
That's for sure something to look for the stewards.
Just didn't leave him anywhere to go, just pushed him on the gravel. Be interesting to see what comes out with the stewards on that one.
That we'll see after the race.
Two laps. Senna has DRS and Christian Galang in the Mercedes.
We'll go to the inside. Yes, you will.
It's going to be close. Leaves him just enough for him to work with. Maintains his DRS. And gets the line.
P13 it is.
Oliver makes a move on Roy Van Doom and he overtakes him on the straight.
Well,
But he goes wide. He goes very wide. He gets pushed out a bit wide. Ryan makes the move again.
But Ryan has DRS. Oh, Lewis has we lost. What happened to him? Oh, he crashed into the pit entry.
Lewis has crashed.
Yeah, in pit entry I said. Oh, all of us again close to Ryan Van Doom.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, all over to the inside. He stepped his nose in.
Last lap. Top Hicks is on his last lap. It looks like it's going to be a 1-2 finish for the Haas team.
Yes, and
And a 3-4 for the Alphas. So the Alphas and the Haas have had a good race here.
oh, Adam was almost brake checking Oliver.
That'll be taken up with the stewards.
But Pierre Oliver is now overtaking Ryan Van Doom. But we are now going to.
Will there be a last lap overtake with the DRS?
We're now going to a race leader who gets a time penalty at the final track, but it's been a dominating race since the safety car.
Dominating race here for both the Haas drivers. And it's Top Hicks who takes P1. Mad G 12 seconds behind him on the final straight.
Don't know
and
if
it's
we
P2 for Mad G. P3 for Ryan. Round comes Oliver on the last corner. P4 for him. It'll be interesting to get an interview with Top Hicks, Mad G and Ryan to have their thoughts on the race.
Yes, if you can invite them. I think you're the party host, so if you would like to invite them, we can have a talk with them. Ryan, I mean, SK must spin.
Alright. Well done, Top Hicks, on his first race of the calendar, and it's a 1-2 for the Haas team. I think it's best we start with topics to invite to the party.
Invite them all three, I will say.
I will invite them. I've invited topics to the party.
Okay, so we're waiting for him if he can join.
I'll invite the other two as well. Here we go, Mad G is entering. Hello, do we have Mad G?
Yes, we do.
I'm Ryan, here we go. Mad G and Ryan, okay. Alright, I'll start with Mad G.
Hello.
Obviously it was a dominating performance, Austria, for the Haas team. What do you think made your confidence grow as you progressed through the race? With obviously Ryan trying to push hard as he could. What did you ever think they'd overtake you?
Well, I knew Ryan was going to overtake me. He was a lot quicker anyway. He proved that throughout the entire race, so I do apologise for that little contact we had in the S-bends. But no, it's just a track I'm used to. I've got a decent setup for it. I know when to do the speed. Like I said, we're all new to this one, especially. Well, a lot of them are new to this league racing, especially for this race here today. I raced here a few weeks ago, and like I say, with Senna, and we were just purely dominant there as well. So it's just one of these tracks. I just know how to go around it, I suppose.
Yeah, obviously it's a very balanced track with a lot of high-speed turns and a lot of straights, with pretty much half the track being a DRS zone. Do you think that affected the way you could overtake people going into the race?
Well, yeah, you got the 3 DRS zones, and if you save your ERS, yeah, as long as you get decent exits out of all of them, then yeah, you can pass anyone random. I don't think I did that much overtaking, to be honest, apart from after the pit stop, but a load of those were just going in anyway, so I think I only overtook one person to the entire race. That was it. Other than that, I just settled down and did my own thing.
How do you feel going into your next few races? Obviously it's Abu Dhabi next.
Abu Dhabi, yeah. I've not raced there since the last season off a previous league where I did alright in it. I've got a decent setup. It's one of those stop and start tracks, load of 90-degree corners. It's a case of, again, you've just got to find the right balance for the couple of straights that are in it. But you've got to be able to have decent exits coming out of it. But yeah, no, I think I should be okay around there. A few tweaks, but I think I should be good.
I don't know if Chain Game has anything to add.
No, just congratulations with your second place.
Thank you, and congratulations in your points in the Premier the other day, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
Thank you.
See ya. Now, obviously going on to Ryan. You and your teammate came P3 and 4, and there was a few battles between you both. Do you think you overcame them on the DRS straight, or do you think you played it a bit smarter than he did?
A lot of my mistakes were on the DRS zones, just getting the speed, going deep in the corner, getting good traction on the out, and just hoping on past the DRS zones. And I think I've good myself. I was pretty fast throughout the whole track, managing my DRS, just going quick the whole way around, keeping the steady rhythm, steady pace. I was catching everyone that I was behind. I was catching pretty easily.
Yeah, it was a very confident race for you and your teammate. Do you think the blue flags? Do you think they slowed you down and even cost you a chance of a PT?
Possibly. I did have quite a few time penalties. Last corner caught me off most. Quite three second time penalties there, just catching and turning a bit too early. I did have a few blue flags, but just worked my way through, gave me the room. Just not really any problems. Most of the time penalties let me down most. I was really happy for the 3-4 finish. Oliver kept a really good pace behind me.
Yeah,
really good job.
You and your teammates have done a very solid performance, and it probably took you up the constructors very well, and you've got a good chance of catching the Haas team next race. What's your opinion on Abu Dhabi? What do you feel like it's going to be like around there for you?
Like Matt G said, very stop-start track, so you've got to find that balance between that fast pace down the straights, but at least get the good braking and the decent turn setup, because if you lose it, there's obviously that long right-hander just after the third turn one, very difficult if you've got a low downforce setup, just easily lose it on that. It's a very difficult track.
I don't know if Chain Game has anything to add to ask.
No, just congratulations with your third place, and you had some good pace at the end, but you tried to get second, but yeah, Meiji defended.
Lucky with Matt G there, I overtake him on turn 3, and then turn 4 he tries to come back at me. I gave him the room, then turn 5 just I had nowhere to go. I don't really, it's racing at the end of the day. Just happy when Oliver got P3 and 4, pushed really hard and got a good decent position, good race.
Yeah, it's a very solid
Things
performance.
happens. It's just these things happen, I guess.
Is that it for you, Chain?
Yeah, that are the questions for me.
No, I'm fine. It was. Congratulations on your P3, and that's as many questions as we'll take.
Oh, thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So that was round 1 of the first league race of the VRL.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, I want to thank you for commentating me in the box today, and next race is I think Abu Dhabi.
Yes, Abu Dhabi.
So
I look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, I'll see you back then. Have a good weekend and